Right now, we are waking up to some beautiful weather. Hattie tells us just how long it will last. And 1 million Wisconsinites have now received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. We take a look at its journey and what it took to get to this point.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, March 6th. I'm Taylor Lazenby, and joining me now with our weather forecast for this Saturday morning is Hattie McLean. Hattie, it's beautiful outside.
It certainly is. A little chilly, but that sunshine sure does make a difference, Taylor. And we get to stick with that sunshine all day today. Take a look at the weather Edgewater Sky Cam. Looking to the west out over Lake Mendota. Beautiful blue skies early this morning. Weather track will show you that any cloud cover that we had in southwestern Wisconsin has moved out of the area. Just a few pockets of cloud cover south and west of Madison at this hour. Skies will stay mostly sunny, though. Temperatures have climbed about 7 degrees in the last hour, so we're already warming up pretty quickly. Winds are calm, so no wind chill to factor in today. Here's a look at your temperature trend over the next 12 hours. We're going to be heading to highs in the low 40s this afternoon. Again, very light winds expected, and with that sunshine, 42 should feel pretty nice. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll talk about the potential for breaking out that spring jacket.
All right. Thank you so much, Hattie. Well, developing this morning, DHS officials confirm a second variant strand of the virus that caused COVID-19 is in Wisconsin. The South African variant known as B.1.351 was identified through genome sequencing. It differs from the UK variant B.1.1.7, but both are considered more contagious compared to the original COVID-19 strand. Medical experts say all three of the authorized vaccines effectively reduce the risk of the virus and its variants. And right now, 1 million Wisconsinites have now received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. For context, that's a little more than 17.5% of the state's 5.8 million people. Over 572,000, or just around 9.8% of Wisconsinites have completed their vaccination series. And right here in Dane County, over 70,000, or 12.9% of residents, have received both doses. On Friday, the governor shared his thoughts on this milestone while touring a vaccination site.
And together we.
So I'm confident that we're headed in the right direction. Everybody's pulling the oars in the right way. We will, and you know, our president said by the end of May, every person that wants a shot should be able to get one. So we're planning on it.
DHS Interim Secretary says this shows that the state's vaccination program is working. And as of this month, Wisconsin ranked first in the upper Midwest and among the top in the country for number of doses administered per 100,000 people. And the governor also thanked everyone who has already received their shot and those who will be getting them once it's their turn. He says, while we have a long way to go, we are getting closer to getting back to our Wisconsin way of life. And although the focus has been on educators these past few days, teachers aren't the only people who will become eligible. Starting on Monday, all of the B1 can get vaccinated now. That includes some of our public-facing employees. That means 911 operators, utility workers, bus drivers, and employees in the food supply chain like grocery store clerks and food pantry volunteers. But if each of those groups wants to go through Public Health Madison and Dane County's site at the Alliant Energy Center, it could take a while. Many are having to do their own research to find vaccines, like at River Food Pantry.
We have found that we can get vaccines other ways. So we are reaching out to Walgreens and to the VA hospital and some of the places that are offering. Unfortunately, around the Madison area, there have not been appointments, but we have volunteers and employees that are going as far as West Allis.
Tim Metcalf of Metcalf's Market is also giving his employees letters providing their employment, encouraging them to try whatever pharmacies they can. City and county employees like bus drivers and 911 operators are just waiting for their turn through the Alliant Energy Center. They're being told that it could be late March or early April. Educators and staff at the Sun Prairie Area School District are getting vaccinated. There was no school on Friday, so they could receive their shots. About 1,000 teachers are going to be vaccinated. That's all thanks to a partnership with SSM Health. Now, several hundred have already been vaccinated, but teachers say they are excited to get back in the classroom.
I don't know that I realized how much I missed it until they were in my classroom again. I felt, things were going okay virtually. I had very good attendance. But then that first day last week, having students behind me laughing at my dad jokes and teacher jokes was a very good thing. So I missed it. That's why we do the job.
Wanakee School District staff were vaccinated earlier this week. SSM Health announced yesterday they will vaccinate 1,200 Madison School District staff starting next Friday. And the carousel at the Henry Wallace Zoo is officially back open and running with some new riders. Giant cutouts are on display featuring local kids and even a dog in some sunglasses. Our photojournalist Brian Messer shares how this creative idea is helping visitors stay safe and socially distanced.
This is the first time the carousel's been open since March 13th of last year, so we're very excited to see people back in the zoo and back in the carousel especially. Anyone who's watched an NFL game or an NBA game or even our Badgers playing has seen cutouts of fans in the stand, and we thought opening the carousel, this would be a fantastic way for us to socially distance.
It was totally safe with distancing. They actually put up little faces of kids on some of the animals, so then we knew, oh, okay, that one is one that we can't ride, so we rode a different one. So that was kind of fun too.
We got a very wide variety of facial expressions.
He said, "Can I make a funny face?" And that's his mean mug. So that's him. That's his tough guy look, I guess, is what we call it. He's a tough guy. I was telling my son at dinner, and he was like, "I could be riding the carousel all the time?" And I said, "Yes, you can." So he was really excited about it. And now his picture's up there, and it's just exciting.
Everyone who has seen their cutout so far has been pretty excited about the way it looks.
It was a little bigger than he thought it was going to be, but he laughed and said, "Yep, that's my mean mug."
We're really excited to have volunteers back in the zoo and just people in general.
And this is our first time back to the zoo this year. It's been over a year. She was only 1 year old. She couldn't even stand. And now she's up on the carousel. She was on the polar bear. It's so great to be back. We're so happy.
Well, if you are interested in purchasing a carousel cutout, you can find more information at the henrywallacezoo.gov/virtual carousel. The cost for a cutout is $100, and they'll be on display for 1 month. After that, you have the opportunity to pick up yours and keep. All proceeds go towards animal care and enrichment. And you're taking a live look over the Capitol this Saturday morning. Hattie is tracking our beautiful forecast that is just ahead.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
A great night's sleep starts with a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are the most recommended bed in America, and queen mattresses start at just $21.99. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. And with Steinhoffels 60-month special financing and free delivery, your new mattress is even more affordable. You can rest easy. With Steinhoffels 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. So shop Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Surgenian's 91-year history means you pay $91 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville's sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates, taking action and challenging the status quo, asking the important questions, and getting the answers you deserve. It's our job and our duty to discover and report the facts, to make sure your voice is heard, and to help make a difference. That's why News 3 Now investigates.
Sunroom saving season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And now with your first warn weather report, we'll start with the snow depth across the area. But what you can see on this wide view is that there's not a lot of snow left on the ground in many locations. We are in Wisconsin, parts of western Minnesota, or eastern Minnesota and eastern Iowa. Some of the only spots that actually have snow still on the ground. It's just early March, so not that far out of the question to have snow. But with a forecast like we have, this snow is going to be melting. Still officially several inches of snow on the ground here for southern Wisconsin and higher amounts right along the state line. As you move into central Wisconsin, you start to see some bare ground, though. They didn't have quite as deep of snowpack, and that has really dwindled over the last week. Our high temperature trend is going to show you that you can expect more melting. It's going to be kind of messy around here with temperatures climbing into the upper 40s tomorrow. Looks like we're going to be close to 60 degrees, if not at 60, for the first part of next week. A little bit earlier than what we would typically see those mild temperatures. It doesn't last, though. Temperatures drop back down into the low 40s by the next weekend. Take a look at Weather Track and it'll show you how quiet things are around here. Just a few passing clouds here and there. No precipitation showing up on the map. We're off to a pretty nice start this Saturday. Temperatures have risen. We're in the upper 20s to low 30s across southern Wisconsin. Still a little chilly in Rhinelander with 12 there, but temperatures will be warming in the Northwoods as well. Take a closer look at southern Wisconsin. Here are our numbers this morning. Watertown was in the teens, 26 now, 24 in the Dells. We have some 30s on the map in Platteville and Mineral Point. And with abundant sunshine and a light wind, you can expect these temperatures to climb quickly over the next couple of hours. No wind chill to factor in today, so it'll feel nice if you're outside. Our future track forecast model showing you clear skies headed towards the lunch hour. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s here in Madison and Janesville, already into the 40s for southwestern Wisconsin. For the afternoon high temperatures, warmest numbers will be west of Dane County. We should top in the low 40s here in Madison. Take a look at our temperatures then overnight. It is going to be a cool night once again. Temperatures will drop back into the teens for early tomorrow. That warm up though continues. 47 on Sunday, and then heading into next week, take a look at those numbers. You'll even see some springtime showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for Wednesday. Enjoy those mild temperatures, Taylor. Looks like we're going to be saying goodbye to the snow, for now at least.
Woohoo! But then it's like, I see the thunderbolt and the rain, and I'm like, eh.
You'll clean things up a little bit.
That's true. That's true. Thank you so much, Addie. Well, it's been feeling a little bit more like spring here in Wisconsin, like Addie mentioned, which means the winter sports season is coming to an end. The DNR is asking ice anglers to pull up their shanties off the ice by this Sunday. The DNR says you shouldn't wait until the deadline, since the warmer weather could complicate the removal process. You can still use portable ice fishing shelters if you feel that the ice is safe to pass on Sunday, as long as you remove them when you're finished for the day. And Americans are going back to work as the economy starts to rev up after a year of the pandemic. In February, the U.S. economy added a better than expected 379,000 jobs. The unemployment rate fell from 6.3 to 6.2. 12 months ago, the unemployment rate hit a 50-year low of 3.5%. And Jeep could drop the names that is simultaneous with the brand. Jeep's new boss says the company is open to dropping Cherokee from its vehicles. The consideration is in response to the objectives from the Cherokee Nation. Now, the company is in conversations with the Native American tribe. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is one of the company's best-selling models, and it was first used on a Jeep SUV back in 1974. And check out this video. Footage of a dash cam from Nebraska State Patrol shows the moment a large fire rapidly engulfs the roadside grass along Interstate 80. That was earlier this week. Local fire departments and State Patrol officials managed to control the blaze after closing the road down for several hours, urging drivers to take alternate routes to avoid it. Luckily, no injuries were reported. And the time right now is 8:14. If you like Pringles and video games, there is a new treat out just for you. And there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Arwell Loper shares a few of the best and 3 things to watch. That's coming up next in our trending news on News 3 Now this Saturday morning.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cash back on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows. Or give you unusually high energy, even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Oh, it's cold outside, but you can warm up your winter with a sweet deal from Madison Magazine. Get a 2-year subscription for only $19.95, and we'll send you a free limited edition Oak mug, a $5 gift card, and gourmet hot cocoa from Madison's own infusion chocolates. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Go to MadisonMagazine.com and enter OPE21 to receive this amazing deal today. Only from Madison Magazine.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford proud. Now get an adventure-ready 2021 Explorer for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus, get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
And welcome back. We have sunshine this Saturday morning and beautiful conditions. Temperatures will be comfortable this weekend and will stay dry right through the weekend. A live look in Platteville this morning thanks to our Queen Bee Radio sky camera, showing you just a few high-level cirrus clouds, but generally sunny skies there as well. It's actually 32 in Platteville right now, 32 in Mineral Point. Here in Madison, we're a little bit behind that with 28 degrees. We're all climbing though. Luckily, there's no wind to factor in. Our wind chill map looks exactly like the temperature map this morning. Here's a look at your forecast. If you're headed out for a run, anytime today will be great. Good conditions, morning, afternoon, or evening. Temperatures are perfect for an outdoor jog. Here's a look at that temperature trend over the next 12 hours. We will climb through the 30s into the low 40s today. Temperatures are expected to cool down rather quickly this evening, but tomorrow with a southerly wind, it's actually going to be a little bit warmer. 47 here in Madison. You can see mid to upper 40s all across southern Wisconsin.
All right, Hattie, so today and tomorrow is the day to go out.
Definitely.
All right, thank you so much. Well, March is Women's History Month, and Barbie is celebrating by adding this historical figure to its shelves. It's the company's new Eleanor Roosevelt doll. It's part of Barbie's Inspiring Women series, which also includes doll versions of women like Billie Jean King, Rosa Parks, and Maya Angelou. Mattel says it chose Roosevelt because she was a champion of policies around civil and economic rights. And there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming right now. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best and this weekend's 3 things to watch.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Newly streaming on Amazon Prime this week is the sequel to 1988's Coming to America, the movie Coming to America, as in the number 2.
Hello, I am Hakim Jaffer, King of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne.
Yes, my son. Eddie Murphy returns as a Mundan Prince Hakim, who travels back to Queens to bring home his long-lost son.
How you doing, Hakim? I'm getting it from everywhere. I have upset my family. You must be strong. And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
Raise it higher. Coming to America is streaming on Amazon Prime now.
He's supposed to be like the Prince of Wakanda. Wakanda is a fictional place. Not to everybody.
I love my life.
And the launch of the new streaming service Paramount Plus this week brings along with it a new film to stream, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run.
Friends don't let friends go on dangerous quests alone.
When SpongeBob's pet snail Gary goes missing, he and Patrick set out on a weird and wild adventure to get him back.
This is gonna be like one of those buddy movies.
Hello. Call me Sage.
Good name.
I'm made out of sage and I am a sage.
The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, is streaming on Paramount Plus and available to rent for $19.99 on video on demand.
Put it on L.
Patrick, that's not an L, that's a 7.
7 starts with an L.
My name is Raya. Our lands have been at war for as long as we can remember. Our people never see eye to eye.
Finally, new on Disney Plus Premier Access for $30 is the film Raya and the Last Dragon.
We really need your help.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not like the best dragon. Have you ever done like a group project, but there's like that one kid who didn't pitch in as much, but still ended up with the same grade?
Kelly Marie Tran voices Raya, who teams up with Dragon Sisu, voiced by Awkwafina, to save their land in the beautifully animated film that deals with themes of trust and empathy.
The world's broken. You can't trust anyone.
Maybe it's broken because you don't trust anyone. You just have to take the first step.
Raya and the Last Dragon is available on Disney Plus Premiere for $30 now. Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Well, if you like Pringles and the video game Halo, this is your moment. Now, Pringles is offering a Halo brand can of chips. Now, the flavor is called Moa Burger, which references the game's Moa bird. You'll have to find out yourself if it tastes like a burger or something else, like possibly chicken. Moa Burger Pringles are already on shelves, and they're exclusively selling at Walmart. And the NFL is welcoming its first black female official. Now, Friday, the league announced it has added Mia Chaka to its roster and the game officials for the 2021 season. It's been years in the making, and in 2014, Chaka was selected to be a part of the NFL's officiating developing program. In a statement, she says, and quote, "I am honored to be selected as an NFL official, but this moment is bigger than a personal accomplishment. It is an accomplishment for all women, my community, and my culture. Coming up next, we're going to keep you updated on the latest numbers from health officials regarding the coronavirus as it spreads across the country and right here in our state. Plus, the Senate is in the midst of a marathon amendment voting spree. We'll have the details when we come back.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you. These drafty old windows.
Oh.
It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Did you know there are changes you can make in your everyday life to reduce your risk of Alzheimer's disease and dementia? Eating healthy, sleeping well, staying physically active, reducing stress, socializing, and exercising your mind can all help. At the Wisconsin Alzheimer's Disease Research Center at UW-Madison, scientists study treatments and lifestyle interventions for Alzheimer's disease. Learn about reducing your risk at adrc.wisc.edu. This message is sponsored by the Wisconsin Alzheimer's Disease Research Center.
General Heating and Air Conditioning. Our large fleet of service vehicles are nearby, and our mobile fabrication shops allow us to save you time and money. When your home comfort system needs servicing or replacing, turn to the experts at Carrier and General Heating and Air Conditioning.
Right now, COVID-19 cases and deaths are sharply declining in Wisconsin's long-term care population.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, March 6th. I'm Taylor Lazenby. Joining us now is meteorologist Hattie McLean. Hattie, how are you this morning?
I'm just fine. You know, the sunshine really does help. Taylor, take a look outside if you can. The WIC TV sky camera will give you a view here at the station. We're looking to the west, not a cloud in the sky. Blue sky all around this morning and temperatures that are already warming. Take a look at the numbers. 28 here in Madison, 32 in Mineral Point. In the Dells, it's 26, 25 to the north, even in Camp Douglas. So temperatures are climbing and they will continue to rise. Winds are calm, so no wind chill to factor in. If you're headed outside today, you're not going to need quite as many layers. Temperatures will top at 42 later on this afternoon. Note that wind speed staying light from the east-northeast, less than 5 miles an hour through most of the day. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll talk more about the 60s. Yes, they are in the forecast.
All right. Thank you so much, Hattie. Well, across Wisconsin, health officials confirmed 350 new COVID cases as of Friday. That's about half of the size of Thursday's case count. The 7-day rolling average has decreased to 478. Now, health officials say 19 people in the state have tested positive for more of the contagious B117 UK variant. 7 more people have died. And meanwhile, COVID-19 cases and deaths are sharply declining in Wisconsin's long-term care population. Our Naomi Coles explains.
Our elderly population here in Wisconsin is so close to the vaccine finish line. State officials say that this coming week is their first in a very long time where they don't have a new outbreak investigation scheduled.
Plus, for the first time since last summer, some counties have dropped to a low level of virus activity after the whole state has stayed high or critically high all winter. John Sauer with Leading Age Wisconsin says visitation is opening at some long-term care facilities around the state, and many more are likely to follow.
We're in a really good trajectory. We think Wisconsin's doing better than most states around the country in the number of residents and staff who are receiving the vaccine.
At Wickshire Senior Living in Madison, all residents and all except one staff member opted to get their vaccine. And now they're looking very soon at a return to some semblance of normal.
Residents here have just another week left before they get their second dose. Reporting for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
And those cases shortly before the vaccine arrived, but state officials say there is a correlation between how it's picked up speed at facilities that have been vaccinated the longest. And the two finalists running for state superintendent of public schools are sharing more about what their goals would be if elected for the position. During a public forum, the two were asked about disability issues in the state's school system, including retaining skilled, qualified special educators, particularly those of color.
Our kids need teachers who look like them. My first step would actually be to appoint a full-time equity officer at the cabinet level who would oversee needs such as this.
I do believe it's very important that we understand what are the barriers, and I would also like to create an office of diversity and inclusion that that not only would allow teacher recruitment to be an important part of that, but giving our Black and Brown, our BIPOC communities a voice and a seat at the table.
News 3 Now had the opportunity to moderate the event. The two candidates will face off in the general election on April 6th. And Johnson & Johnson's first doses are expected to arrive in Madison starting next week. Public Health Madison and Dane County says it's prioritizing those doses for MMSD staff. At first, the health department said it would have to delay the shots for about 2 weeks because it didn't have enough supply. But as of Thursday, the group learned it would get at least 7,900 doses. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is only one dose, which means doses will provide full protection, not partial. The vaccinations will start next week at the Alliant Energy Center. And with the rise of COVID vaccinations, fewer Wisconsinites are getting tested for COVID-19 each day. At its peak in November, nearly 51,000 tests were administered in the state. But as of yesterday, Wisconsin DHS confirmed only around 3,300 tests were given. That's about less than 10% of that November peak.
We absolutely encourage people getting tested. It really goes back to the early days of the pandemic. You need to know how much COVID-19 is in your communities to safely do the things that we want to do, i.e., open up sporting events and other businesses and things like that.
Dr. Potoff says COVID vaccines are not 100% effective, and testing is still important. He says cold weather, a decrease in symptoms, a break from travel season, and an increase in vaccination sites are reasons for the drop in testing. He encourages people to continue getting tested for COVID-19 if you are experiencing symptoms. And right now, the Senate is in the midst of a marathon amended voting spree. The Senate is continuing in its hours-long called Vote-A-Rama with the final vote on the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, expected sometime over the weekend. Now, ahead of the vote, Democrats agreed to maintain federal unemployment benefits at $300 per week and extended them through September. A $1,400 stimulus checks will phase out for single filers earning more than $75,000 and joint filers earning more than $150,000.
We are going to power through and finish this bill however long it takes.
We're about to watch one party ram through a partisan package on the thinnest of margins.
Senator Bernie Sanders brought up an amendment to include the $15 minimum increase in the Senate bill, although it's expected to fail. And we are continuing to answer your questions when it comes to the COVID vaccine. Just head to our website, that's channel3000.com, and click the vaccine information button that is on the right side of our homepage. And coming up, if you are getting many robocalls, hey, you're not the only one. We're getting more than usual. Plus, a local teacher shares advice on what worked well in this strange year. That's all coming up next on News 3 Now this Saturday morning.
Culligan Water not only sells the best water softeners, but also rents them. Big box plumbers and online sellers don't. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties. And Culligan softeners are backed by the world's largest dealer network. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Yeah. With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
Right now, save big with a complimentary first month's lease payment on a new 2021 Highlander. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and LA, but the millions of people in cities like yours, like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters, like Economowalk, Claysville, Prineville. U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
These businesses have still been suffering greatly.
The struggle to keep the doors open and food on the tables.
We don't want a handout. We want to work.
Find out what local government is doing to help restaurants survive.
I just want to see more.
Monday on News 3 Now at 10. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
On the next Live Before, it's Women's History Month, and UW-Platteville has a unique story to share with us.
And film critic Will Loper will have all the latest movies and streaming shows you may want to check out or not.
Plan your day with meteorologist Chris Reese on News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, Chris Reese, we got some warm temperatures on the way, and it all starts today, huh?
Yes, it does.
Every morning, Chris gives you an hour-by-hour forecast to help you plan your day.
So here's my Plan Your Day forecast. Before you head out the door, temperatures will be in the 20s, so grab a jacket, grab the sunglasses.
Plus traffic. Plan your day with meteorologist Chris Reese. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, it has been over 100 days since we've been in the 60s here in Madison, but we do have some 60s in the forecast coming up next week. Typically, we see our first 60-degree day on March 23rd, so we may be a little ahead of schedule this year. If you're waiting for those 70s, you'll need a little patience yet. We typically see 70-degree temperatures coming in April. And wait until May until the 80s. We do have some pretty mild temperatures on the map, though. Take a look at temperatures later on today across the upper Midwest. Des Moines may crack 60 this afternoon, still in the 50s by 7 o'clock. Here in Madison, though, it's going to be about 20 degrees cooler. We're at 28 right now in the capital city, 28 in the Dells, 32 in Mineral Point. Your weekend forecast looks like this. Pretty nice. Lots of sunshine and dry weather. Light winds today with highs in the low 40s. Southerly winds kick in tomorrow and increase to 10 to 20 miles an hour, but that bumps us into the mid to upper 40s during the afternoon. That extended forecast, I was talking 60s. Looks like we may crack 60 degrees on Tuesday.
I love it, Hattie. I love it. Today's the day. Go to the park, take that nice stroll.
Yes, definitely get some fresh air today.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Well, as more schools begin to reopen for in-person learning, students and teachers are getting ready for a very different environment. At St. Denis School in Madison reopened its doors back in September, and again on Friday, our Jamie Perez visited them again. She shares advice from their principal on what worked well in this strange year.
We know that as schools begin to reopen, the school staff are responsible for making sure that CDC guidelines are followed so that the kids can be healthy and safe. But we know that a part of that is in the hands of some of the unsung heroes inside these walls.
These were a hot commodity, very hard to get a hold of.
Of the 5 years that Phil Burr has worked at St. Denis School, none of them have looked quite like this.
It's been a real ride, but it's been very worth it.
Responsible for cleaning the entire school, Phil spends most of his shift disinfecting everything.
Having to do that every morning. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it because in the end it protects them. And if they're protected, I'm protected.
His diligence has made the return to school more comfortable for first grade teacher Megan Reichel.
I was very hesitant when we first started back just because everything was so unknown. But Mr. Beiser and the custodians did a wonderful job making it feel very safe to come back.
You have the plan, but putting it into place is a whole nother thing. I mean, that plan we started with was not the plan it is right now.
Principal Matt Beiser said he's proud to have Phil on his team, but also thankful for everyone at the school making this year run smoothly, even with reported cases of COVID.
Telling us the minute they know there's a possible exposure, so by the time they're even tested, we've already had them quarantined.
Beiser said more than 250 kids are learning in person with just 11 learning virtually. Classroom sizes average about 20 kids per class. Beiser said the school shut down just once when a teacher tested positive.
It was more of a precautionary than a need. We had a teacher that got positive, and we were coming off a couple-day break, so I chose to extend that and go virtual for 4 extra days. And by doing that, that helped us avoid any major shutdown.
Beiser said being overly cautious has been key to his school running smoothly, and Phil is helping maintain that.
These kids are like my kids, so to keep them safe is kind of like keeping my family safe.
Phil is amazing. Phil has gone above and beyond anybody that you would ever imagine. So if you put everybody else at a 10 for what we're trying to do to keep everything safe, Phil's like at a 20+.
In Madison, I'm Jamie Perez.
Gives a guy a sense of importance that you're really needed and you have a purpose.
News 3 now.
Well, Besser's advice to schools who will be reopening in the coming weeks is to be transparent, be good communicators, and be willing to adapt to the reopening plans. And coming up in our trending news this morning, Brewers fans, the City of Milwaukee Health Commissioner approved the team's plan to start the season with about 25% capacity. Now the team is letting in just over 10,000 fans for the start of the season. That's including on opening day. But one of the downsides, though, tailgating has yet to be approved. And odds are you're not the only one getting more robocalls than usual. New data from UMail, a robocall prevention service, says the calls are back up to prevent pre-pandemic levels. More than 159 million robocalls were placed each day of February. Whew, that's the highest monthly robocall volume since February 2020. Now the price dropped during the pandemic is likely because international call centers had to shut down. And also check this out. Netflix is launching a new feature for people with the phone app. It's called Fast Laughs. It lays out a list of comedy clips from movies, shows, and stand-up specials all on one platform. The content can be found under the Fast Laughs tab. Right now, the feature is only available for iPhone users, but Netflix hopes to make it available for Android users soon. And coming up, a method can be trialed for in Netherlands that requires people to let out a shout for those COVID-19 results. Plus, you're taking a live look over the Capitol this Saturday morning. Hattie is tracking your forecast. Stay with us. But first, we want to say a big happy third birthday. Happy third birthday, Harper.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Stakeout. Call in your order today.
It's the retirement you deserve with Physicians Mutual, where we help you understand Medicare so you're not in a fog. Flour? Oh, it's that cooking class you always wanted to take.
I love pizza.
And since you'll have the coverage you need, you can enjoy treasured moments with the grandkids like this.
Cool car. Can I ride?
Yeah, in about 50 years.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Attention to users of Roundup Weed Killer. I'm attorney David Gruber. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma after using or being exposed to Roundup Weed Killer, call Gruber Law Offices today. You may be entitled to compensation. Call us now for your free consultation. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus, to have the utmost confidence, to know you're connected to everything. What starts with an invitation becomes an experience. The invitation is always open, but the offers only last through March 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Stakeout. Call in your order today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And as we go through the month of March and our snow continues to melt, we had a pretty good snow season here across southern Wisconsin, pretty close to normal. So far this winter, just over 43 inches of snow. That's within an inch of normal for this time of the year. Last year at this time, we had about 50 inches, so we're a little bit behind that. Again, normal to date, 42.5 inches. So we're right on track, though, as far as those snow totals. We really are seeing that snow dwindle, though, just 14 days till the official start of spring. Again, that starts on March 20th. A lot of people, including myself, excited. Here's a look at the upper air weather pattern. Again, mild out to the west. You can see the jet stream surging to the north, but then dipping right over top of us and through the Great Lakes and northeastern part of the country. That's allowing that colder air to spill southward. As we put this map into motion, though, you'll see that the jet stream flattens out and that ridge of high pressure moves a little bit further to the east. So that'll allow some of those warmer temperatures to track eastward as well. Now, our warmest weather should arrive by the time we hit the middle of next week. Again, here's Wednesday at 6:30. You see those green shaded colors into Wisconsin, indicating pretty mild temperatures for this time of the year. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to last. That jet stream will continue to move south, and we cool down for the next weekend. A look at our current conditions, though, 28 degrees in Madison. Winds are calm, so no wind chill this morning. Our pressure is on the rise. Pretty quiet weather conditions with high pressure and control this weekend. Here's a look at our current temperatures elsewhere. 30 now in Watertown. Janesville still chilly at 23. Monroe is in the 30s now. Mineral Point is actually up to 34 degrees. The warm-up will be pretty quick through the morning hours. We have abundant sunshine, as you can see on Weather Track. No clouds moving in this direction right now, so enjoy that sunshine today. Temperatures will climb pretty quickly. By lunch hour, already seeing 40s on the map west of Dane County. Those 40s will climb into the Madison area. We should top right around 42 later on this afternoon. Maybe a touch warmer to the west. That sunshine, though, and light winds stick around all day today. Temperatures are expected to cool down rather quickly overnight. Again, tomorrow morning we'll be back into the teens, but just for a short time. Take a look at your extended forecast. We have pretty mild conditions headed our way. 47 tomorrow with partly sunny skies. A little breezy at times, though, so keep that in mind. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday look very mild with highs near 60 each day. We could even hear a few springtime rumbles of thunder, Taylor, on Wednesday.
All right, Hattie. Thank you so much. Well, a Dutch testing facility is now possible to screen your coronavirus infections, and it's creating a bit of an uproar. CBS News explains.
The unpleasant nature of a COVID test is enough to make some people flinch. Others can't help but scream. A method being trialed in the Netherlands requires people to let out a shout or a song inside an airlocked cabin to give inventor Peter Van Wees enough potential germs to test for COVID-19.
If you are spreading and yelling and screaming, you're spreading tens of thousands of particles which contains the coronavirus.
An industrial air purifier creates a whirlwind in the booth and collects particles to be analyzed.
If someone is infectious with the coronavirus, the numbers of that specific diameter will go way up.
3 minutes after he hollered, Ismail James got some good news. He's told it's not COVID, just a cold.
It's always very nice to scream when nobody can hear you, though. And yeah, I think it's a good way of meditation as well.
The ear-piercing technique is still being perfected. Until then, all that crying out can be used as COVID therapy. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
Well, police at the U.S. Capitol want to send up the National Guard to keep up to 2,000 National Guard soldiers there for another 2 months. Now, that's about half the amount that are currently there. Security has been on high alert since the January 6th riot. Now, that mission is set to end a week from Friday. Now, troops were on high alert this week for another potential domestic terrorist threat, which did not happen. And former acting Homeland Security Secretary Chad Wolf says U.S. Capitol Police initially rejected help from the department during the Capitol insurrection. Now, Wolf says he offered to send backup, but Capitol Police denied that initial offer. Now, the agency eventually dispatched over 100 Secret Service personnel to the Capitol to help contain the riot. And the Biden administration is asking the Supreme Court to dismiss 3 pending cases concerning sanctuary cities. Now, sanctuary cities limit cooperation between local law enforcement and federal immigration authorities. Lower courts had been divided over a Trump policy that directed the Justice Department to withhold federal grant funds from jurisdictions that limited their cooperation with the feds. And a tsunami warning has been downgraded for New Zealand. Thousands of people had been evacuated after an 8.1 magnitude earthquake in the Pacific triggered tsunami warnings. It's one of the strongest to hit the South Pacific in modern history.
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent.
Oprah Winfrey's interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be the first one the couple has given since they stopped their royal duties. In a preview, Meghan accused Britain's royal family of actively encouraging lies about her. You can watch that right here on CBS this Sunday. That starts at 7. And stick with News 3 all weekend long. Amanda will have the day's top stories later on tonight at 6 and at 10. But first, it is Women's History Month. We take a look at some of the struggles women are facing in the workplace and what changes are being made. We'll be right back in a moment.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Surgenian's 91-year history means you pay $91 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. This drug remains approved by the FDA. If you or a loved one regularly took Zantac and were later diagnosed with cancer, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Potential cancers include bladder cancer, colon cancer, kidney cancer, stomach cancer, liver cancer, pancreatic cancer. Do not stop taking a prescribed medication without first consulting with your doctor. Discontinuing a prescribed medication without your doctor's advice can result in injury or death.
Call 1-800-670-2995.
I was just sitting for dinner when my phone buzzed. My mother says, "You never call your mother." And I'm like, "I've had a lot on my plate." And she goes, "Speaking of plates, are you eating better?" And I'm like, "I'm just having grilled chicken and broccoli from Quick Trip." I discovered take-home meals that their super cute cashier Ashley would tell you are freshly made and absolutely delicious. And Mom's like, "Ashley?" And I'm like, "Gotta go, call you soon." Mom never misses a beat.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Now get an adventure-ready 2021 Explorer for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams.
American Family Insurance.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
It's that time of year again. How can we help?
Could you haul this away for me? Oh, it's gone. There was stuff here. Amazing.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9 on News 3 Now.
Finally, this morning, more than 67 million women are currently employed in the U.S. For many of them, the pandemic has turned life upside down. Now, during Women's History Month, Deborah Alphone takes a look at their struggles.
Charisma J ran her New York dance studio as a place for people to realize their biggest dreams. When the pandemic shut down the city, she lost more than half her business.
I said to our adult clients, we're going to close. The parents didn't let me.
She struggled to stay afloat, but while the studio was empty, the rent was still due.
I had to ask our teachers if they would be okay with taking a pay cut. And it was significant, by at least 15-20%. It's heartbreaking. I let myself cry.
Working women around the country can relate to Jay's struggles. A survey by LinkedIn finds 70% feel they need to lower their career expectations. 60% feel they're underperforming in all areas of life. And 39% of working moms feel they're failing their children.
So many women right now were thrown into remote work in March when this pandemic began, and it's just not working. There's no sustainable policies in place.
LinkedIn's Caroline Fairchild is encouraging women to find their voice.
Despite the struggles that women are facing at home, there's still this stigma, that you can't feel like you can talk about with your manager what you're facing at home, and the pandemic has made all of that worse.
275,000 women left the workforce this past January, according to the Labor Department, compared to 71,000 men. But Charisma J is hanging on. She switched her classes to Zoom and crosses her fingers every day that the lights stay on. Deborah Alphone, CBS News, Washington.
Well, listen up. If you love Chipotle and makeup, then this story is just for you. Chipotle and e.l.f. Cosmetics have teamed up to create makeup. Now, the makeup products are vegan and cruelty-free and inspired by Chipotle ingredients like rice and guacamole. The eyeshadow palette also includes a coupon for free chips and salsa. Hattie, I think we have to try this out. What do you say?
I mean, I love avocados. I don't know if I can wear that color on my eye, but that's really pretty.
Who knows? You know, we can blend it in with some browns. You know, that's probably the rice.
And we get chips and salsa to go with it.
There you go. We can make it a party.
Sign me up. Definitely sign me up. Well, I know that I'm headed outside today to take advantage of the sunshine and really the lack of winds. Here's a look from the Edgewater Sky camera this morning. Clear skies across Madison and all of southern Wisconsin. Enjoy the weather today. Temperatures are now in the 30s here in Madison, so we are quickly warming up. No wind really to speak of today, so wind chill is not a factor at all. Here's a look at your weekend forecast. 42 today, 47 on Sunday. It'll be a little breezy tomorrow, but still warmer temperatures are expected. Have a wonderful